We continue on Offside Sports inside the Loft 100 studios here in Southern California, presented by Turtlebox Audio. Find their industry-changing portable speakers, turtleboxaudio.com. And this portion of the program presented by our newest partner here on Offside Sports, Bebemos Tequila, crafted from tradition, fueled by freedom, and made for those who chase the sun. Bebemos, it's a way of life. Find your bottle at wedrinktequila.com. I tell you what, the Bebemos bottle
Amazing.
is
incredible.
It's not only awesome, but it makes me want to drink tequila, which is, I mean, I'll gladly drink tequila anytime. But you see that bottle, you're like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty.
Yeah.
I need some Bebemos right now. And they put a shot glass on top of it.
The shot glass is a brilliant
To
touch.
make
And
it
the
even
color, too. I mean, it's all
the amber,
just brilliant.
it's and the bottle. I don't know if you've seen their Bebemos commercials, but they're like kind of throwback to like the late '60s, early '70s.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I go, it looks like something out of the '70s. It looks like a lamp on the Rockford Files.
Nailed it, Dave. But yeah, to Preston and the whole Bebemos family, we're so
Incredible.
proud to have you on board as one of our new sponsors.
Impressive
We
they
drink.
got that.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's impressive they got that website.
WeDrinkTequila.com. How come we didn't go get
Yes.
that?
And how is that not gone already? Like years ago. What a brilliant.
Preston Caffrey, their president and CEO, WeDrinkTequila.com. Yeah,
Available.
it's available on GoDaddy, guys. Should I get it? Nail it. Good for him. Baseball season is starting to get into we're out of the dog days.
Yes.
Now we're into the home stretch for some baseball teams. And Dave, you sent us the graphic of if the playoffs were to start today, and I think Christy, our associate producer, has it. 3 out of the 12 teams, there it is, would be first-time winners if they got all the way to the World Series. That, of course, is Seattle, Milwaukee Brewers, and the San Diego Padres. Now, before and you kind of look at some of the wild card matchups, and before we talk about that, good for base. Now, I realize there's only 5 teams left who have not won a World Series. 3 I mentioned, Colorado Rockies.
Yeah.
And
Seattle.
Seattle?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, thank you. Those are the 5 that have never won. And granted, as you get on in baseball seasons, that number is going to get chipped away at. You'll get to the point where everybody has won a championship type of thing.
You'd think. I mean, there are a lot of teams out there where it's been a long time. And it's I mean, we've said on the show, Allison's Padre, but in reality, the Padres started in 1969. It's not that long ago, but when you add those years up, you go, wow. But then you look at some of the teams that have been around a while, like Cleveland.
Yes.
And you go, man, you haven't done anything for like a long, long time.
Well, you look at Cleveland. Look how long it took the Cubs fans.
Yes.
Look what the Red Sox fans
yeah.
that they had to go through.
Baseball really does break your heart when you think about the Padres. Never. I mean, they've been, but never winning it.
Yep.
And you think about right now this week, or 2 weeks ago, when things were starting to look up, even more up. They're doing really well. Injury to major players, and it breaks your heart. You spend all these months.
You're invested in it as a fan.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and the Phillies, one of the better teams, they lose their best pitcher with a blood clot.
Right.
He's out for the year.
Right.
So, I mean, it's true. You just never know when injuries are going to happen. I mean, but anybody can win. And say, as a guy who's a Dodger fan,
sure,
they were so banged up last year. I mean, they went in with 2 pitchers and 2 guys that they really don't have a chance of winning. And you pull it together. You just don't know. It always makes for a great story in baseball, especially that it's a series. But when you talk about the Cubs winning in 2016, I remember turning to a buddy of mine who's a lifelong Padre fan after the Cubs won. And he was like, it's great. I go, you think it's great now, but guess what? Your team is now the new Cubs.
Big time.
That's what the Padres have become, where you become the team people root for because they don't win. It's tough. Looking at that graphic, though, as a baseball fan, I mean, they get you right off the bat with Yankees playing the Red Sox. And maybe that's a matchup you wanted later on for ratings.
Right. Well, I was going to ask you that question, Dave, and we'll talk about the other matchups there in the wild card round. But if you're Major League Baseball, you're like, oh my God, I want Yankees, Red Sox for the ALCS. I don't want to lose one of those audiences, boom, right off the bat. And conversely, you got the Mets and the Dodgers, two
media
massive
market 1 and 2.
Yeah, and as a baseball fan, you're like, well, the best team is going to win. I get that, but when you're looking at as a fan, if you don't have a dog in the hunt, I don't want to watch Seattle in the World Series.
Well, can you imagine if it was Seattle, San Diego, and all West
Could be worse.
Coast?
Oh yeah, you're right.
It would be.
You're right.
The rest of the country,
Seattle?
nobody
How
else
about
would
Milwaukee,
watch.
Detroit?
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
People are like, whoa, thanks baseball gods for
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
it. And they can say whatever they want. I don't think anyone wants the Blue Jays. I'm sorry, but there's one team in Canada. You saying you want that team to win it? You know, I think
and they have won it, unfortunately.
they have won it. They won it in 92 and 93. But I'm
Yeah.
saying media market wise, when you talk about money and ad revenue, I think there are a lot of people in the United States, and we'd rather it's not the one team from Canada that wins.
No, I don't want a bunch of damn
But
Canucks
do
taking
people
our
get?
trophy.
But also,
Sorry, Allison, go ahead.
do people get tired of seeing the same like Yankees and Dodgers? I mean, I think people get tired of that too. So I don't know. And also, by the time it all rolls around, people are deep into NFL.
Yeah.
That doesn't do baseball any favors.
Well, the one thing the Yankees and Dodgers do, whether you're a fan of those teams or not, you're going to watch because you're a fan, or you're going to watch because you're rooting against them.
Hate watch.
Yeah.
You're going to hate watch. Mike's
time.
absolutely right. And right now, the market, as we know, the media market in Japan is huge. And when the Dodgers went in, more people watched in Japan last year than watched in the United States.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal to have the Yankees and Dodgers go far.
You go back to the Houston Astros cheating scandal.
Yeah.
And that was major hate watching. And that wasn't even the playoffs. I mean, that next season, and you saw it in that spring training leading to that season, pitchers were plunking those guys left and right.
Loved it.
And yeah, me too. Sorry, you want to dance? Yeah. Sure, I'll pay the band. So people were hate watching Houston, but I look at like the Astros. Are they at that point now? You're like, oh great, the friggin' Astros are in it again. I will never tire of the Red Sox or the Yankees. I'll never tire of the Mets. I will never tire of the Dodgers being in it because to me,
Or the Cubs.
the Cubs. But Allison, it's because there's such a huge, stark difference in the fans of those teams versus I hate LA, I hate New York. I want to see them get beat 50-0 every single game. I want the other team to score 50 points.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, 50 runs.
It's different. Allison, you're
shooting daggers at you.
invested in the Major League season. But it's different. And you tell me if you've gotten to this point. I don't know how many family members you have that are Padre fans that were like grandparents. But, you saw with the Cubs, when they finally won in the Red Sox, people went to the graveyard and said,
Listen to the game, watch the game.
yeah,
with their
Grandma,
loved
we
ones.
did it.
Yeah.
Grandpa, we did it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's a different sport than any other sport like that. When your team finally wins and your grandparents didn't see it, we're going to do this together still. I think a lot of people become fans of teams because of either the parents or grandparents or great grandparents.
It's a real romance.
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
I mean, sports.
And I think
Romantic.
I'm curious what you two have to say about this. Free agency in the National Football League has really made it for a lot of people. You're just cheering for the uniform.
Yeah.
I will always be a Raider fan. Doesn't matter where they play, who plays. I will always be a
National
Raider
brand,
fan.
and they have the coolest uniform.
And the coolest uniform.
Yeah.
But you look at baseball and you see the Yankee pinstripes.
Yeah.
Visceral reaction.
Yeah.
Hate them. Oh my God, we have 20-something World Series titles. It's good to be the king.
I mean, give you an example right here. When you look at that graphic that was just up,
Yeah.
the Brewers started, I think, in 1976, and so did the Seattle Mariners. What? My mom met my stepdad at a bar in '75, and he was a Brewers fan. So hey, I'm rooting for the Brewers. What are we doing here? It's not the same thing at all.
It
the
is
same thing.
Well, you talk about the Padres became that team after the Cubs won. Who's the longest tenured organization that does not have a World Series? And unfortunately, it's the boys in brown and yellow, and it's one of the things the fans have to wear. It's like a Detroit Lions fan has to wear it in the National Football League.
Browns.
Browns fans as well. Cardinals from St. Louis to Arizona. And they've been, but they've never won. And it's one of hey, it's your turn as far as the pecking order is concerned when it comes to the championship conversation. And looking at it this season, though, are you like, okay, I mean, did your gut tell you, are we going to have probably two teams that we're happy with, have championship pedigrees? It'll still be a good series?
Yeah, for me, I'd like to see obviously the blue chips. I'd like to see obviously the Dodgers in there. I'd like to see the Yankees in there. I'd like to see the Red Sox. I like to see those teams match up. I appreciate the fact that the NFL is king, as we say
Yeah.
on this show all the time. I would like to see baseball kind of be brought up a little bit more, especially when you hear the young people say they're NBA fans.
All right, what are people chirping about these days? And is there any change in the standings from our bet of the show? Sickens me. We'll have your gots and your bots as Offside Sports continues in a moment.
So what are some of the pitfalls that maybe some businesses might run into when they're looking at distribution?
Yeah, they're constantly underestimating, believe it or not, the ease of it or the importance of it. It's execution. Execution is so very important, but if it's not on shelf, it's not for sale.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about Marion Roberts juice if it's not on shelf.
Right.
So distribution trusts us, and so does retail, and our team is incredible.